So the All Blacks have just announced their lineup for the upcoming Test match up against Scotland, making a few changes compared to that last match up against the Irish, predominantly injury-based, but also a couple form changes in there for the ABs as well. But jumping straight into it, front row, there are no changes for New Zealand. Number 1, Ethan de Groot. Number 2, Cody Taylor. And number 3, Fletcher Knowles. Most would still say that this is the strongest front row that New Zealand can go with. Cody Taylor having a little bit of a shaky game last week up against Ireland, but I'm sure he'll be back to his best in this game. At Murray-Field in the locking duo, due to the injury of Scott Barrett, it meant we were going to see a change in that forward jersey, and that is Josh Lord and number 5, Fabian Holland. So pretty much the duo that we saw up against Ireland last week, as Barrett went off extremely early with his leg laceration. He will not be playing in this game, and even the next match up against England at the moment is a bit 50-50, but this Lord and Holland combination did work pretty nicely. Even though the lineouts weren't quite functioning for New Zealand, they still did enough around the park to be a dangerous duo. For this matchup in the loose forward trio, we do see Simon Parker taken out of the starting side. That means that Wallace Satiti gets that opportunity at 6, Ardie Savia number 7, and then Peter Lakai once again staying as the 8. Now I will mention Ardie Savia, he is the captain for this side. 2 vice captains in the lineup as well, being Cody Taylor and Beauden Barrett, but Savia, some have said that they wanted to see him as the captain from the get-go. He gets that captaincy back again in the absence of Barrett, and he is partnered in the loose forward trio with 2 very dangerous players in Satiti as well as Peter Lakai in the 19 combo. No changes compared to what we saw last week. Cam Roigard gets the start at 9 with Beauden Barrett slotting in at 10. No Ruben Love for this contest. Also Damian McKenzie again will find himself as that impact player off of the bench, but there will be a little bit of pressure here on Beauden Barrett. You would think that they've gone in his direction predominantly for that experience. Of course, going head-to-head more than likely with Finn Russell in this contest, so they decided to yet again stick with that experienced first 5 option. Out on the left wing, it is Caleb Clark. In the midfield, Quinn Tupaia alongside Leicester Whainanukau. So again, after the early injury of Geordie Barrett in that last contest, it meant that this was the combination that we did see out there on the field. Now it has been announced that Geordie Barrett has returned home. He will not be playing the rest of the November International. So of course for New Zealand, the more minutes they can have with this midfield combination, the absolute better off they will be. Number 14, Leroy Carter, and then number 15, this is where we do see Will Jordan. So across that starting lineup, the only change outside of injury is actually Wallace Satiti. He comes in for Simon Parker, who had a decent game up against Ireland, but aside from that, it is all injury-based for the Kiwis. And the starting side off the bench, Samasoni Taukiaho as the number 16, number 17, Tamaiti Williams, and number 18, Basilio Tosi. So again, what we saw in last week's game up against Ireland. Number 19, this is where we see Sam Derry make his way back into the All Black side. It's been quite some time since we've seen that man in action. He came in initially as the injury replacement for Patrick Tuipulotu, now finds himself with some minutes off the bench for the ABs. In this contest, number 20, this is where Duplessis Karefi finds himself featuring. Now, outside of Karefi, I guess they had someone like a Finau, a Jacobson. Normally, the All Blacks would look at the more versatile options in that 20 jersey, but for Duplessis Karefi, the benefit is when you've got Wallace Satiti, Ardie Savia, and also Peter Lakai, 2 out of those 3 can play 3 positions in the loose forward trio. So it does give you that little bit more of a lifeline if anyone does pick up some sort of injury. Number 21, once again, we do see Cortez Ratama. Number 22, Billy Proctor. So this will actually be the first time we see Proctor feature since getting taken out of the starting lineup for Quinn Tupaia. And then number 23, again, Damian McKenzie. He will be making his way off the bench as the impact player. But this match, it has taken place New Zealand time, 4:10 a.m. on Sunday morning, up against what will be a very strong Scottish side. A little bit closer to kickoff, we will have the preview involving these 2 sides, as well as all those sort of predictions and stats to go alongside this game. The Scottish, they have never beaten the All Blacks, but boy would they love to do it in 2025. But do let me know what you think of this New Zealand lineup, ladies and gents, as well as how you think the match is going to go. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.